So, Helen, nice to see you again.
Hi, yeah.
How are things?
Well, a lot's happened since I last saw you. So I went to see the cardiologist, and it was all a bit of a shock because I hadn't thought my symptoms were really that serious, and I put it down to stress. But the turns out the palpitations and the fainting in the shower was part of a heart condition, which was a bit of a shock to me. So I've got a diagnosis now. I've got this thing called HOCM, and I'm on medication. So I'm actually starting to feel a lot better, and I hadn't quite realised how poorly I was feeling before. So I'm feeling okay. But the cardiologist said that this can be an inherited condition. And so I'm worried about passing this on to children. I'm worried, where's this come from? I'm now thinking it's probably come from my dad, which really irritates me. And I feel cross about that. And my mum's also just died. So,
Sorry.
yeah, so I'm dealing with a lot. And it's been hard. It's been really hard.
Yeah, it sounds very hard.
So I wanted to, talk about genetic testing.
So, you've had this new diagnosis which has come as a surprise
Yes, quite a shock actually.
and left you with lots of questions.
Yeah.
And I hope we'll be able to go some way to answer those. So, your cardiologist mentioned to you that some of the time this condition, HOCM or hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, can be due to an alteration, a sort of spelling mistake in a particular gene.
Yeah.
And so we can have a look at that, and that can sometimes help answer some questions for you and for family members.
Yeah.
So this has been quite a stressful time for you, and you mentioned being worried that this might have come from your dad's side of the family.
Yeah, I have no inclination whatsoever to be connected to my dad in any way, shape or form. And so just to think that I might have inherited something from him is just like, just typical really.
So how are you managing to cope with all of that?
Well, I suppose we just have to, don't you? You just get on with it. There's not really much to say. Just deal with it.
And now that your mum isn't there, who do you talk
I
to?
haven't really got anybody that I talk to. I'm just kind of recovering really and sorting out her stuff and trying to work through it. I'm going to work and I haven't taken any time off or anything, so I'm just getting through it all really.
Is that something you could consider? Would you let yourself consider that?
Consider
Taking some time off?
I don't know, maybe, perhaps.
And how about other sources of support? I know that you've managed so far, but with a lot of things to shoulder.
Yes, I don't really have any other support. I mean, I could ask my GP about counselling. I haven't done yet. It seems a bit weak. I just want to, I just want to get on really. But I probably do need to talk to somebody, and I can talk to my GP and ask for a referral.
GP services very often have somebody they can refer you to, and it's not a weakness to be looking after yourself when you need to be.
Yeah.
And if you want to, we can explore what other sources of counselling there might be where you can talk through all of these issues. And
Yeah, okay. Well,
help.
explore what the options are. I'll have a think about it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So there are about 15 different genes we can look at that can be connected with HOCM. And there are several different types of result we can get.
Okay.
So we might find a spelling mistake in a particular gene that explains why you've got that diagnosis.
Yeah.
We might find that none of those genes are involved, or we might find a change in a gene that we can't be sure would be causing the HOCM. All of our genes vary between individuals in harmless ways as well. So we might find a change we can't interpret.
So you might come back with something that's really uncertain, that you,
Yes.
you don't know whether it's significant or not. Okay.
Yes.
So
that's
either
always a
either
possibility.
it's definitely yes, definitely no, or uncertain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to do a consent form for the
okay.
test, if that's all right.
Yeah.
And this consent form just says that we're only going to test genes for HOCM.
Yeah.
It asks your permission to share the results with relevant clinicians and
Yeah.
family members who
Oh.
might need a test.
Okay. I'm happy to share with clinicians. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And that we'll keep your sample in
Yeah.
case you need it for future use.
Okay.
So if you could read these last bits and then
Yeah.
sign the consent form, that would be helpful.
Okay, that's fine.
It can take up to a couple of months for us to look at all the genes that are sometimes involved. So we need to make a plan for how we get you your results. Would you like to come back for a clinic
Yes,
appointment?
definitely. I'd like to do this face to face. Yeah.
Given all that's going on, I think that would be a good thing to do.